Thank you. Thank you very much, Mina, and a very good morning to everyone. As Mina has already said, the Commission has taken a number of infringement decisions today, and as was mentioned also, quite some of them come under my portfolio because they are environmental infringements. Amongst the tasks which President Juncker gave me for my mandate was to improve the implementation of our environmental legislation. Infringement procedures are a very essential part of this in the cases where Member States, despite the dialogue that we have with them and the support that we give them, do not implement and do not enforce our commonly agreed rules. This Commission does not take decisions lightly. We weigh the options carefully, and we are never happy to go to court. But sometimes it's the only way, it is what it takes to achieve results. During the course of my mandate, we have been very vigilant on nature protection, and today we are asking many Member States to step up their efforts in this regard. The Natura 2000 network of protected areas is on the front line in our fight to protect biodiversity. But there are still important gaps in the network itself and in the way that the protected areas are actually managed. And this is why we have decided today to refer Greece to the court, but also took legal steps against a number of other Member States. And we also take legal steps against some Member States for not properly protecting a series of specific protected species and their habitats. We are also fighting to protect Europe's waters. That is why we have referred Sweden to the court today. Urban wastewater must be of a standard that poses no threat upon reintroducing it into the environment. And we are sending a warning to Germany that further measures are necessary to implement a court ruling on protecting our waters from nitrate pollution. But one thing in particular stands out. Throughout my mandate, I have always been very clear about the importance of human health. In this area, there is no room for compromise, and it's especially true of air pollution. Last year, in 2018, we set out a new approach to the problem, stepping up engagements with Member States to protect citizens' health in the communication which we called A Europe That Protects, Cleaner for All. 1 year later, the evidence of harm from air pollution still continues to grow. There is no more room for excuses. We need to see decisive action. Today, for example, we are calling Bulgaria and Spain before the EU Court of Justice for issues with air pollution. In the case of Bulgaria, the referral is for SO2, for sulfur dioxide. The daily and the hourly limits are persistently being exceeded in the southeast zone, limits that should have been observed since accession way back in 2007. For Spain, the referral is for a persistent breach of EU rules on nitrogen dioxide and NO2, which have been legally binding since 2010. The problem areas are basically mainly three: Madrid, Barcelona, and Bales Baix, Llobregat. We are also accelerating infringement procedures for other Member States, for the air quality monitoring network in Romania, for particulate matter in Poland, and for the state of air legislation in Croatia. We are taking these steps because air pollution is still the biggest environmental health problem in the European Union, responsible for some 400,000 premature deaths each and every year. It also causes a range of health problems, including asthma, cardiovascular diseases, as well as lung cancer. And it's a major economic burden as well, with direct costs of over 20 billion euros each year. These problems need to be solved, and they can be solved when the political will is there. The Commission is helping whenever it can, facilitating dialogue and funding programs that tackle air pollution. But there are still places that need to take stronger action as soon as possible. Infringement cases and an appearance in court can bring that point home. EU legislation is not bureaucratic, it's not abstract, and it's not about what happens here in Brussels. It's about solving real problems, it's about improving people's lives wherever they are, and that's why we are here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.